This is the Team Clearcoat podcast. We're two friends finally doing something about our obsession with cars.
We're probably not doing it well, but it should be fun, and we might actually learn something along the way. I'm Ian.
And I'm Dave, and this is our show.
Yeah. It tastes so good, Ian.
I know it does.
Do you know what it is?
I don't.
I think you do, Ian. What tastes so good?
Smugness?
Victory.
That's the one.
I'm Dave.
I'm Ian.
Team Clearcoat podcast.
Cars and things.
Yeah. And now you should be able to hear us. Sorry about that.
We're IT guys. We broke it.
Ian.
Yes.
Shut up.
All right.
Why are you so bad at Fantasy F1?
It's an excellent question. It really
Because
is.
I won again.
You did. You did
Yeah,
win again.
I came in fourth.
Well, we need to work on this winning definition of yours.
I beat you.
You did beat me.
So that means I won.
You did beat me. Yeah, I did not.
I like that you yourself were hearing those words as you said them. Like the gravity of them, like actually like fully came in. Like
You did beat
you did beat me.
Yeah.
You did. Yeah.
Yeah, I did the thing that I've done once before already this season.
Uh-huh.
I did the thing where I didn't do the thing, and I didn't actually set my predictions for the race, so I just had my team points.
I love that you have paid for the pro level.
Mm-hmm.
You've turned over real money in for this thing that we're doing for fun.
Yeah. That's what I do in life in general, really, is I pay money to make my life worse.
Give me an example.
I mean, have you seen either of my cars?
Okay. All right.
I mean, have you seen the house that I live in?
Okay. You're exchanging money for frustration?
Yeah. That's what
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
It's the most expensive way to dye your hair gray.
That
is to have my lifestyle.
That's really good. Also, that's an awful investment portfolio, Ian.
Yeah.
What does your
All of
portfolio
my-
consist of?
Well,
rage.
Yeah. Most of my money's in ulcers, really. That's where most of it is.
Got a lot of money tied up in Pepsi AC.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do, right?
Yeah. So, Ian.
Yeah.
Ian, tell me why it was so easy for me to triumph over you this week.
Well, it was, even if I had set predictions, it was a pretty crazy race.
Okay.
And it was an important race in the series, as you know.
Sure.
Because going into the race...
We'll say it together. Sebastian Vettel was the league leader. The points champion.
He was the points leader for the championship.
Points leader for the championship. Points championship for the leading.
Yep. And then halfway through the race, it started to
sound slowly.
Started to rain. And then
Sebastian Vettel
crashed
into the wall.
Yeah. So there was a bunch of different little things that happened during the race.
I should hope so.
That really like made a really dramatic event happen or dramatic kind of change happened in the championship.
Sure.
So now at the end of the race, so Lewis Hamilton ended up winning. He is now ahead by 17 points, which is a pretty good margin.
That's pretty big, and it's mainly because Vettel crashed, and so instead of just Hamilton passing him and him coming in second and getting a bunch of points, now there's a big shift.
Yes.
Okay.
And there was
and he's in second now for the points championship.
Yes.
Okay.
So there was a bunch of pivotal things. One of which was rain was imminent.
Mm-hmm.
Lewis had started from like 14th because of a mechanical failure during qualifying.
Sure.
So he was coming from way back in the field. And the teams all knew that rain was coming. They didn't know how much it was going to be, or where it was going to show up, or how long it was going to last.
Right.
So Mercedes basically had this luxury of like this huge wide pit window because they put harder tires on Hamilton's car at the start of the race because he was starting from outside the top 10, so they could do that. So he's going super long on this stint, and rain's about to come. they put them on super, super soft tires called the Ultra Softs.
Okay.
And the gamble worked perfectly because the rain was only in like one little section of the track. So most of it was dry. But by the time he would get to the wet section, his tires were like way hotter and stickier than everyone else's.
Just vaporize the rain.
Basically, that's what happens.
Okay.
And so he was 4 seconds a lap faster than the leaders,
Jeez.
even though he was way back. And so Vettel knew that and was
Right.
pushing.
Knew he was coming for him.
Yep. And so he locked up in a turn, just going in too fast.
Overcooked it.
Yeah, and just went right in the wall.
So instead of finishing second,
Yeah.
finished it not.
Yeah. And then Red Bull put intermediates on Verstappen's car.
Mm-hmm.
There was a whole bunch of weird stuff that happened. It made it a pretty exciting race. I think there was like 6 different leaders throughout the race.
That's a bullshit statistic, the quantity of leaders, because anytime somebody pits and somebody leads for a lap, that counts.
But it was like actual lead changes. Like not just from pit strategy, but it was actual like lead changes.
Okay.
And people were on different pit strategies. So I guess that was part of it, but it wasn't like it's not like in an oval, where like people are on different pit strategies by like 2 or 3 laps.
Right.
They were on like wildly different pit strategies.
Okay.
So that was part of it.
Okay.
But yeah, it was actually a legitimately good race.
Nice.
Now,
Nice.
I was explaining some of this to you over dinner. We went
Yeah.
through it in a little more detail here. And you came up with a perfect analogy
Yep.
for Formula One.
So, well, thank you. First of all, so it just kind of hit me that Formula One is like the Saturday Night Live of racing.
Right.
Like, I think it deserves it. You know me. You know that this is like. I think that sometimes you're hesitant to be enthusiastic about Formula One to me because you're worried I'm going to smack it down, right?
Or I'm just wasting your time because you're not interested in it.
Well, no, you're not wasting my time. I have this thing called
Sandwiches.
empathy sandwiches, where if a friend of mine truly enjoys something, guess what? I enjoy that they enjoy it. So,
Interesting.
yeah.
I'll have to look that up.
Yeah.
Is that on Amazon? Or?
Yes, I bought it on Prime.
Okay.
I got it on Prime Day. Good deal.
Okay, good.
Ian. So you're not boring me with F1. But so this is all coming from a good place, right?
Mm-hmm.
To me, it seems like just from my, very limited view of Formula One, that Formula One kind of seems like the Saturday Night Live of racing. Like
the SAT format would be Saturday Night Live is to comedy as Formula One is to racing.
Racing, yes, to motorsport.
Okay.
Yes, it's a well-funded institution.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It is something that's been going on for a long time. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of the more tentpole establishments of its trade.
Yeah.
Right. Or of its genre.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It can feel like an obligation to watch.
Yeah, you're right. Certain characters like are expected to show up, right?
Yeah, that's true.
When the lineups change, like everybody's kind of cautious,
right,
about how the new upstarts are gonna, do. I think that it's not every race is entertaining. Right. Some of them are parades, and not every SNL skit or episode as a whole really delivers. Right.
Yeah.
Everybody has their favorite part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are just in it for Weekend Update. Some weirdos are in it just for that, like the second act of the musical guest.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I like all the sketches after the second musical guest appearance because that's when all like the
weird sketches. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And also, until recently they were both run by silver-haired megalomaniacal dictators.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to call Lorne a dictator, but I mean, it is his show.
Right.
Yeah.
Kind of is.
Yeah. So I don't know. It just seems like there's a lot of parallels there. F1 to SNL.
I think that's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
I think you're completely right.
No, because I get the respect that people throw towards it, and I get that people like there's a weird aspect of like kind of obligation, but kind of wanting to watch it. Like it's like a little bit of an obligation, but not like a bad one.
Right.
You know, if you're thinking about like the obligation scale, like it's way down at like the bottom end, you know, for some people, right? You know? Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's good though. I think it's perfect.
F1?
Well, no, far from both. Both are far from perfect. I mean, the analogy.
Oh, thank you. I was going to say.
The analogy is perfect.
Wow. Yeah.
No, yeah. F1 is not perfect.
Right. And neither is SNL, right? Yeah.
I like it. They're both also like usually slow to adopt societal change.
True. Exactly.
That sort of thing. Yeah. No, I think it's a perfect analogy.
To a large degree, there's a reward in allowing it to become an acquired taste.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, familiarity with the cast kind of gives a new light to it.
Yeah.
You know?
No,
yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah. Anyway.
It's great. Don't touch it.
It's
It's good. Stop messing with it.
Ian?
Yes.
What else do we have?
I would like to bring up something that's been happening quite frequently. I have a...
You're very flatulent.
I have a friend named Chris.
Okay. Hi, Chris.
Who lives not here.
Yeah.
And works at an unnamed Volkswagen dealership.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
He is a very good friend of mine. We've known each other for a long time. And he sends me, he's a service manager, rep.
He just works for Volkswagen.
He works at a Volkswagen dealership.
Yeah.
And he, on occasion, sends me just pictures out of the blue of things he sees in cars,
right,
or with the cars that show up in the shop. So,
Ian, I need an example.
Let's start with...
We're saving that one till last.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Let's start with something that probably a lot of people who work at car dealerships see, the squirrels.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
So let's just see what happens when you park your car outside.
Yeah.
And squirrels get to it.
Yeah, look at that. So anybody who's been on the Reddit forum or the subreddit just rolled into the shop. This is the kind of stuff you get. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
stuff like
I don't know if that's been taken over by white supremacists or what, but probably because we can't have anything nice in this world.
Everything else in this country. Yeah,
exactly. Okay. So here's part 2 of the squirrel nest.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, look at that.
Oh, they ate the battery cables apparently.
Yeah.
Not so good.
Okay. All right.
Not so good.
Okay.
Let's also then go to the best part is when Chris is in the picture. So let's do the spare tire.
Okay. All right.
So this is a relatively tame one.
This is where you keep your spare tire in your car.
It's where I do it.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. There's my buddy Chris right there. That's him.
And you showed me this picture, and I said, "Jesus, no! They have leather seats."
Yeah, no regard for what's happening with that.
Okay,
but then so that's that you can kind of construct a story in your head as to what happened. Like they hit something, bent a wheel, or got a flat.
Just threw it in the car.
Drove straight to the dealership.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. They were pressed for time. They were over this car.
Right.
They were just getting it done, right?
Is working in the service department of Volkswagen one of the most stable occupations you can have?
Probably yes.
It'd be like a if you were somehow a Range Rover fireman.
Right.
Yeah,
right, exactly.
Yeah. You only treat Range Rover fires. I like that. That really tickles me. Okay. All right.
But then you also see questionable behavior of like safety. Let's do this.
Yeah. Well, safety should be included in this,
safety
but also
is included.
Their shopping an individual shopping shows up next to him.
My favorite part about this picture is that you can only see a tiny sliver of Chris's face, but
you get the entire look.
You know exactly what sort of judgment is required for this situation.
So is that coffee? Are those beans?
That's beans.
Beans. Yeah, beans.
Just a big can of beans.
So if you were to hit the brakes suddenly in that car, anything in your car becomes a projectile. Mm-hmm. And that's how you need to look at things in your car. Like you shouldn't have a lot of shit that could instantly become a deadly projectile in your car.
Absolutely.
How awful would it be to like be at your funeral service, and they're like, well, how did he die? Well, you see, he was slamming on his brakes to avoid a herd of puppies and orphans that had wandered into the street, and a giant can of beans from the back seat came and smitten him dead. But
he died as he loved.
Full of beans.
Full of beans.
Gassy.
So gassy.
And at a discount. He got them at Costco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so I'm sure Chris sees plenty of messy cars.
Messy cars, obviously.
Buddy.
Yeah.
God.
Ooh, this is a little clue because there's a Whataburger wrapper there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that gives you an idea of what section of the country it's from. But that's not the only foodstuffs.
No, there's not. There is.
Because there's also
this. How long do you think the service is going to take?
Yeah.
That your meat isn't going to go bad.
Right.
Maybe
it's optimistic.
Maybe they have, yeah, it is optimistic. Maybe they have cooled seats.
They do not. But I mean, maybe that's what it is.
Did you really look for the seat vents?
I did. maybe that's what's happening there.
Yeah.
Is they think maybe if I put something that will spoil and become rancid in the car, it will motivate the technicians to work
quickly.
More quickly.
Right. Yeah. So I'm gonna pull the pin on this hand grenade.
Yeah. He did also send me. There was a second shot from that car of like all the air fresheners that were in the car.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
Wonder why. And then there's some pictures that just bring up more questions than they answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be this one.
Yeah.
So. Chris, the look on your fucking face, man. You're my favorite part of the show. Oh, buddy.
Chris.
Oh, okay. So this one, for the listeners, you have to watch the live stream, but for the listeners, Chris is in a car. In the passenger seat, there's a leprechaun hat, and then more mysteriously, the headrest from the passenger seat is just gone.
And lots of mail. More mail than you would expect a leprechaun to have to deal with, honestly. Like, you would think that's one of the main benefits of being a leprechaun.
No mail.
You don't have hassles like junk mail or bills or anything like that.
Nope.
But apparently that's what the pot of gold is for.
Oh, buddy. Okay. Yeah. Here, let's look at this one. This is safety. Oh, speaking of things that should not be left in your car to be a projectile, Chris is holding an axe that was laying in someone's car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that might be a hatchet or maybe even a throwing axe.
Oh, yeah.
Which,
probably.
I don't know what sort of carjacking scenario these people are worried about.
Yeah.
That's not fantastic. And then this drives me crazy.
Speaking of safety. This just cables everywhere.
And keep in mind, folks, so normally I wouldn't say much about this other than, you might want to get some cable management for that.
Right.
The thing that drives me crazy about this is that this is a Volkswagen.
Right.
Everybody.
Right. You're adding gas to the fire.
Like, that's asking for problems.
On top of that, they have an AC inverter in this outlet with a USB port, another cigarette lighter port.
Yeah.
And then an AC port. And in the AC port, they have a phone charger plugged into it instead of just getting something that plugs into your cigarette lighter that has like 4 USB ports.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, buddy.
Yeah, well, I mean, Volkswagens famously don't have any problems with electrical issues.
No,
so
not one bit.
There's no problem with doing this.
Yeah.
Whatsoever.
Nope. But lastly, I think we want to go out on an up note here after the piles of meat and squirrel nests.
The meat is my favorite.
Yeah. But look at this. You showed me this picture.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah. And then it hit me.
Right.
This is a Volkswagen Jetta from 2004. The odometer reads, I thought it said 60,000 miles. 601,000 miles.
Yeah. Yeah, so we did some math.
Yeah, we did. We did all the math, which is what you do when you see something like this.
Difficult for us, but we did it. And one of the stat that I like the best, it's not very useful, but it's my favorite one.
It puts it in context.
It's doing the Cannonball Run route, like
New York to L.A.
from the Red Ball Garage to the pier in L.A. 15 times a year.
And that's a 2813.
Yeah, exactly.
2,813 miles. 15 times a year.
Yeah, it's insane
for the life of this vehicle so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an absurd number of miles for a 14-year-old car.
Right. So as we were crunching numbers, it came down to 49,000 and change per year.
Yeah.
That came out to over 117 miles per day.
Yeah.
Every day, day in, day out, 117 miles.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
He also sent me some other facts about it. He said he drove it, and he said it was an honor to drive.
Yeah.
such a trooper. But he said it drove fine, very smooth, all things considered. Apparently, he drives 50,000 miles a year, but he had bought it with 205,000 miles on it for $4,500.
That's insane for a TDI VW.
Yeah.
That's a screaming deal.
Yeah.
Right?
He said nothing was damaged. Like the driver's seat wasn't damaged, but like it was worn and like the dye kind
You've
of
got
worn
a
off and
solid butt groove in that seat.
You would think,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. You could put that butt groove in a police lineup, and find the person. Yeah, yeah. That's like dental records level identification of the body at that point.
Yeah, it's like the reverse mold that they use to make the fake dinosaur skeletons.
Yes.
In the museum.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What did he look like? And the officer just uncorks like a plaster butt. This. He looked like this.
Yeah.
And they're like, Tom?
I'd know that ass anyway.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
No, that's amazing. Like that, yeah. That's truly impressive. That's so many miles.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
And, so Chris, if you're listening, please keep all of those coming.
Yeah, 100%.
They're really funny, especially the ones with your face.
I know. We love your face. Yeah.
Better yet, come visit, and then you can be right here in the blanket.
Yeah, right here.
There.
Yeah, right there. Yep.
There.
Yep.
We're pointing for people who are listening.
Oh, yeah, we have a 3-camera setup. Yeah. Come on, Chris. You're welcome on the show anytime. Okay. We have, let's see here. You have an FMK Cars.
I do have an FMK Cars. You're right.
FMK Cars is a game that Ian and Dave play on the TeamClearCoat podcast. It's based on the classic game Fuck, Marry, Kill, but instead of playing it with people, they play it with cars because they're not awful monsters. They're nice. We are.
I know, but why are we doing that in the second person now? They are very nice.
So that I can take this recording. Well, I can't take this one.
Oh, because
I can
I've ruined
take it. Yeah.
Oh.
I was going to take it and then surprise you for your birthday with a recording, with a vanilla recording of us playing FMK Cars.
Oh.
Yeah.
How's that going to go now?
Not well. Yeah, not well. Anyway, back to FMK Cars. K means you kill it. M means you marry it. F means you daily it. Or it for a day. I'm sorry. It is for one day you get to drive the car.
Correct.
FMK. Ian's going to give me 3 cars. I'm going to pick FMK.
Correct.
All right.
This one is called, actually, the word Volkswagen translates to the People's Storage Unit. VWs with a twist via my buddy Chris. All right.
Okay.
So the first one, you can have a 2017 Scirocco R.
Oh, okay.
SCIRRO. Yeah, there you go. And do the R.
Okay.
Do the R.
Sure. Do the R. Do the R. Sure. Okay.
The green one.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think that's an R, but that's
whatever.
all right. You get the idea.
Yep.
It's a cool looking car, and it's like the Vita. It's the Golf R, but the Scirocco body.
Nice.
Right?
Nice. Yeah.
The catch is you dress like a leprechaun and talk like a Lucky Charms commercial.
Oh, man.
You are not allowed to be outwardly self-aware of this fact at all.
Shit.
So I know you don't watch Westworld, correct?
No.
So you know what the show's
Yeah, I do.
about,
People fuck robots.
Yeah.
Is it? Do they not fuck robots?
No, you're right. That's a large part of the show. But the robots, when confronted with the reality that they are robots,
right,
they say, "Oh, that doesn't mean anything to me."
Okay.
That doesn't seem like anything to me.
Okay.
So basically, when confronted,
when someone tries to fuck me. When confronted with my leprechaunness.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're just
when
like,
it gets called out.
Yeah. What are you talking about? You can be inwardly aware.
Sure.
And tortured by the fact that you have to talk
Oh,
this.
that makes it better.
What's the best car? I got to make it difficult. All right. Next one.
Okay. All right.
1992 Corrado G60.
Oh, I love the Corrado. A friend of mine has a neighbor that has a Corrado.
Yeah.
My buddy Jason, right?
Mm-hmm.
That we went karting with.
Yeah.
He has a neighbor that has a Volkswagen Corrado, and he saw the neighbor and was like, I love your Corrado. And his neighbor was like, oh, you actually know what one of these is.
Right.
Right? Yeah. They're like, the people that know. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what year was it? 1992. Yeah. VW Corrado.
And you get the G60.
G60. Okay. Yeah. God, it's a good looking car by the
I really
days.
like that color.
Yes.
That's the silver color.
Yep. Perfect. Sold on Luxport. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's a great car.
Ugh.
Yeah, look at those lines. Yeah,
Look at
fantastic.
Look at it.
Wonderful little coupe. What kind of hot, fresh hell are you going to deal to me
You
now?
must carry a Costco size can of beans with you wherever you go.
Okay.
Like
All
a giant,
Right.
like twice the size of the one that was in the passenger seat.
Yeah, like a 2 or 3 gallon.
A comic.
beans.
Do you know the Who? There's a cover of the Who. Is it the Who Sell Out? It might be the Who Sell Out.
Okay.
And Pete Townsend has like a huge can of beans.
Okay.
And it's
all right.
like he has his arm around it
Sure.
as though it was a loved one.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I mean, it's beans.
Yeah.
Wonderful protein and fiber.
Yeah. Someone will correct me if that's not the right.
Do I
album.
get to eat them?
Sure. You know what? That'd be even better if during inappropriate times, like say meetings, funerals, hospital visits, you just pop it open. You carry a can opener with you, like a really loud, slow electric can opener. And you just like pull out a comically large fork.
Yeah, and I have an extension cord, and I look for the furthest outlet away.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
All of that.
Okay.
No. No extension. It only plugs into the cigarette lighter.
Oh, there you go.
So you run
There
it
you
from
go.
the car.
There's an AC inverter, and I have an iPhone power cable, and then I have a lightning to Ethernet adapter for PoE.
Yeah.
And then
Yep.
then yes, convert that to AC and power my can opener.
Yeah, we've lost that
with 5 volts and 2 milliamps.
No one watching.
Yeah.
Okay. The last car.
Okay.
2004
All right.
Volkswagen R32. It's mine.
Okay. It me.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You drive.
Do I get the
50,000. Yeah, you get. It's my car. You get
Okay.
my car
Okay.
as my car sits.
Okay. All right. With your still hopefully repaired headliner.
Yes.
Okay.
Very good.
Thanks for notifying us, Windows. If I drive it for a day, do I have to drive 320 miles or something for a day if I F that one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I feel like that's kind of a cop-out, though. All right. Ian, I'm marrying the Corrado.
Really?
Yep. I'm going to take those beans with me everywhere.
Okay.
And Team Clearcoat trivia, first car I ever test drove as a youth,
Mm-hmm.
Volkswagen Corrado.
Really?
It was purple.
Oh, the 90s.
Right?
What a time.
They were. What a time. Ian.
Uh-huh.
And then for a day, I think I'm going to leprechaun it up
Okay.
in the new Scirocco
Okay.
and just be like, what? I don't understand what you're talking about. And then I'm going to stay the hell away from Irish people, which means I would have to avoid my wonderful girlfriend for a day because that would be very offensive to any Irish individual. So I'll just have to sit in the basement or something.
You don't have Irish in you at all?
No, none.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Welsh.
Welsh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pennsylvania Dutch.
Ah,
Yeah. Part
That's right,
Amish.
that's right.
Part Amish.
that's right.
So that means somebody in my lineage went on a Rumspringa.
Did
never
not
came
come back. Did not come back.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. The fact that I'm here
Yeah.
means that somebody done left.
Yeah.
Yep.
Had a good time.
Yeah. Yep.
One summer.
Well, I don't know if it
summer.
was a good time, but a better time than
Yeah.
the rest of their life.
Sitting in the dark. Otherwise, you'd just be sitting in a barn
Yelling at
talking
people
about-
with zippers.
talking about carriages
Exactly.
with
Yeah.
a
There you
short,
go.
hairy
Yeah,
friend of yours.
Yeah, with Seamus. Yeah. welcome to the Team Horse Buggy Podcast.
Yeah.
I'm Jedediah. I can grow the Amish beard. Yeah, it doesn't look great, but that's the beard I can grow.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Not so good on the mustache.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. My mustache grows in quickly, but the problem is that it grows
goes straight.
straight out from my face. So it just looks like I have like a bristle brush, like something you would like take corrosion off of a battery terminal with. That's what it looks like. Just like that.
I like that. I
Yeah.
like that. Is there going to be a single episode where we do not talk about body hair?
No.
No.
It's medically impossible. I have a doctor's note.
What what would you do in this scenario, Ian?
I think I would. I mean, I think crushing my car is the correct answer, probably.
Given the quantity of miles. Yeah.
Yeah, and the type of miles that you would have to do
Yeah.
for that
Yeah.
for that scenario.
Right.
I think you've chosen well. I think you've chosen correctly.
So
I think, you know what, I would crush the Scirocco
okay.
and I would marry the Corrado and I
Okay.
would drive my car for a day.
Drive your car for a day.
Is what I would
Okay.
do. I think that's the answer.
Right on, man.
Yeah.
Nice. Let's see. What else do we have? I have an FMK cars for you, Ian.
Oh.
I don't know why, but oh, you know what? Let me play a quick voicemail real quick
Oh, okay.
because that's going to take us into the FMK cars.
That sounds fantastic.
All right.
Dave is navigating
Here we go.
to that. Oh.
So there is a used Bentley Continental GT at a car dealer that I pass on a work commute, and I look at it all the time, and I want to stop and I want to test drive it, and I need your help to make this happen. Let's do it. Let's put me in a twin turbo W12 and then walk away from it. Because that's probably the best decision anyone could ever make with that car. Okay, I love you. And I was talking to myself. I also love you. Again, myself. I love you, Ian. Bye.
Is this why you set up the voicemail? So you could call
That might have something to do with
and leave
it.
yourself voicemail message? Have you also been sending yourself dick pics on this? Because
No comment. If you're not looking at those are the test images to see if you're checking the feed.
So I got a notification on my phone that
Right.
said new voicemail from 303, and then it was gone.
Uh-huh.
The notification was gone. I was like, Dave.
And you didn't go into all mail to look for it?
Or
Go to voice.google.com?
Well, no, because I wanted.
You want the surprise?
I wanted the surprise to
Yeah.
be maintained.
So there is a used car dealer that I drive past on my way to when I have to work at a certain office location of ours, and they have a Bentley Continental GT there.
Is it like a buy here, pay here place?
No. It's actually like I don't know if it's a Volkswagen dealer, but it might be like a Hyundai dealer,
Yeah.
something like a dealer, real like marquee dealer.
Okay.
Yeah, Bentley Continental GT for $38,000.
What?
Yeah.
Let's go test drive it. What are we doing?
That's exactly why I left the voicemail, Ian.
Stream over, everyone.
Ian. Yeah. So given my thoughts on the Bentley Continental GT, I actually consider that a bucket list car for me. A car
Really?
that I would like to own at some point.
Own at some point?
Own at some point. Even if it's brief,
Okay.
like just for a year.
All right.
I would like to own a Bentley Continental GT
Why?
because they have a weird engine,
Yeah.
a lot of power.
Mm-hmm.
They're big,
They're very big,
very comfortable.
very heavy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds like my kind of jam.
Okay. And this one was not a convertible. This one's a coupe.
Coupe.
Okay.
Yeah. Fuck the convertible. No,
Don't be
off the
ridiculous.
bucket list.
So if it's $38,000, do you know what year it is?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
So very out of warranty, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. We should go in there and then just simply ask them how much the extended warranty would be for that car, and then just like pass the paper back and forth and take turns laughing, just like oh, and then I hand it to you, and you, yeah, for an hour until we are peacefully escorted from the premises. Yeah. Yeah, so I want to own at some point a Bentley Continental GT.
Well, I think we should go. We should go test
definitely
drive
go
it.
test drive it. Yeah.
I have never driven one.
Me neither. I've never driven any Bentley. Yeah.
Me either.
What do you think is the most luxurious car you've ever driven?
The most luxurious
Non-sporty, like luxury-oriented car. Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, it is because I asked it.
What do you have an answer for yourself?
I'm trying to think. What was the Mercedes we drove?
Yeah, we've driven like E-Class Mercedes.
E-Class, yeah.
I've driven stuff in that sort of segment, like
Right.
E-Class, Mercedes, 5 Series, the Lexus,
Right.
those sorts of things. But nothing like super. I've never driven anything super opulent. Like,
Right.
I
think the most luxurious was the Mercedes convertible that we drove on the Rocky Mountain driving experience.
Yeah.
Did you drive that Mercedes?
No, you got to drive.
I did. Yeah, that was one of the ones that had like the air curtain for your neck.
Right.
When the top's down. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've never driven anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah. But I really like the Continental GT. I think it looks good. I think
the facelift ones look good, like from the last few years.
I think the OG ones look great.
I think they just look so bulbous and like.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they look wonderful.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they grew I think it aged well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did age well. It aged better than I thought it was going to. Because at the time, it just looked so massive.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now next to, like the Rolls-Royce SUV or the Bentley SUV for that matter.
Or a Toyota Tundra.
Right.
As we saw today when we were having dinner. Yeah.
Yeah. They're starting to look a lot better. You're
Yeah.
right. You're
Yeah.
right in that respect.
So this is an FMK Cars
Okay.
of bucket list cars for me
Okay.
and bucket list concerts.
Okay.
Okay. So everything okay?
Yes.
Okay. You can have the album, you can go to the show, you have like free access to the band or music or, whatever,
Okay.
right? So first up is a Bentley Continental GT.
Okay.
All right. The band is a New York City hardcore band called Orange 9mm.
An orange 9mm. Got it.
So it was like a post hardcore, like not so brutally hardcore, but kind of like congealed. Like you've heard, I think I sent you one of those Quicksand albums one time.
Yeah.
Kind of along those lines.
Okay.
Yeah. A little bit more in your face than that, right?
All right.
But like New York City hardcore, but catchy. Okay. So then another bucket list car for me. I'm going to do some tab cleanup here.
Yeah. I was getting to my notepad so I could take my notes.
Yeah. Okay. So Bentley Continental GT Orange 9mm. Okay. Another one, Aston Martin DB7.
Yeah.
The DB7, just straight up DB7.
Yeah.
Right?
Super cool.
Yeah. I think that's one of the best looking cars ever made.
Yeah.
Right?
It's very cool.
The Pixies is the band you get. Okay. All the Pixies you want.
Great.
You get to see the original lineup, listen to the album.
So this is a concert that doesn't suck.
Right.
Right. Because they're very hit and miss, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. So I saw them and they were great, but the sound was bad on the reunion tour, like back in 2004 or something.
Uh-huh.
And it was at Magnuson Arena at DU, where I don't even think they have shows anymore.
Oh, really?
The sound was awful. Like it's a hockey rink. Like it's not designed for that. The sound was horrid. But I mean, it was the original Pixies. Right? Yeah.
Okay.
Original lineup. So Aston Martin DB7 and the Pixies. Huge Pixies fan. All right, then lastly, Ferrari 612 Scaglietti.
You do love this car.
I love it so much.
It's a face that only a mother and Dave could love.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
There's just something like
wonderful about it.
5% off about
Yeah.
that car.
Welcome to me.
And I just can't, you can't quite. It's just, oh man, it's off-putting to me.
Have you looked at me? Ian, I have a weird face.
You do not have a weird face.
Okay. All right. Do you know there's something really weird with my earlobes? You've never noticed?
Are they uneven? Is that what it is?
No, it's not that they're uneven. Here, I'll take my headphones off.
All right.
Okay. Well, they are uneven because I have a crooked face, right? Just like the Pixie song, right?
Okay.
Okay, so you know how some people have an earlobe that hangs down?
So you have one attached and one detached?
I have one attached and one detached. So here's the one that hangs, right?
What?
Here's the one that's attached.
Oh, shit. You're right.
Yeah.
I've never noticed that.
Yeah. I got a weird face, Ian.
Huh.
Got a weird it's really crooked. Like not like
According to the Punnett squares I did in high school genetics class, that's not supposed to be possible.
well, here I am.
Huh.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, right?
One of those earlobes is from a twin that you ate.
Oh, that's why that side of my back has a bunch of teeth in it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that fibroid I just absorbed. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So Ferrari 612,
Okay.
but the
The
band
Ferrari 612. The twin you ate in your utero.
Yeah, we ate a 456. Come at us, bro. Yeah. The band you have access to is Aphex Twin, and also I'll throw a square pusher in there for you.
Okay. Aphex twin
Yeah.
square pusher.
Yep. All the bleeps, all the bloops, and some of the bloop bloops.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to marry the Aston Martin and the DB7.
Okay. All right. And just jam out to the Pixies.
Yeah, and especially in coupe form,
Yeah.
that car
It's perfect.
really is
It's perfect.
great looking.
Yeah. Yeah. That is an absolute bucket list for me.
And then I'm going to crush the Bentley because it's the car that I'm least interested in.
Okay. All right.
And then I will
That's fine. That's fine.
for
I'm
a
okay.
day.
I'm
I'm
okay.
gonna drive the Ferrari and listen to your bleep bloops.
Okay. Okay. All right. Nice.
And
nice.
actually, those are bleep bloops that I like, so
Yeah.
that'll work out well.
Yeah. Nice. Nice.
The Ferrari 612 really is. It's like in the uncanny valley of cars.
It is. Yeah.
It
yeah.
should be. It should be great.
Right.
Like if you described it on paper, you'd be like, "Oh wow."
I mean, it
yeah."
is great.
But then you look at it and you're just, something is not right.
Yeah. I love it.
Something is very wrong here.
Yeah. But it's
like when the person in the horror movie starts to realize that something scary is there.
Right,
Like that
right.
like just the first like half a second of that.
of that. Yeah.
That's exactly what that car is.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I've always loved it. I've always loved it. Also, with this Bentley Continental GT picture, for anybody on the live stream, there's this little hole in the grill. Did they pre-drill the tow hook thing for you?
They might have.
Yeah, it's either the tow hook, or which you would think they would have an elegant cover, or it's like some radar thing, right?
Yeah, that's probably
Yeah.
a radar thing.
Yeah.
Gotta be, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Or
Or they knew it. Remember that one day I sent you a text and I said I just saw a like fairly new Mercedes-Benz ML 63 or something like that.
Right.
And on the back, I could see the back of it, the little plastic like square 2 inches that covers the tow hook was gone.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like that little 2 inches tells the most, like the biggest story about that car. It says the tiniest piece of plastic says so much about your ownership experience so far.
Right.
Right?
Because you can see, because I've sort of been there, the meticulous, the first time you take it off, and meticulously putting it back so you don't bend or scratch anything.
Right. All the little tabs line up.
And then you fast forward to like the 5th time and you just like kick it on there, and then like 4 or 5 times later, it's just someone like half drunk standing in the street looking at it and just throwing it as far as they can.
You throw it like Job in Arrested Development
Yes.
throws the letter into the ocean.
Exactly.
To deliver a letter. Yeah. I like that. Yeah. Sometimes a tiny little thing says so much.
Yep.
Ian.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see here. We have some my eyes. We have some email.
Okay.
Our buddy Kelly sent us some my eyes
All right.
from Missouri. This is what happens in Missouri. Ian, this is my home state. I'm not proud. Oh, here. Yeah, let me drag this over to Firefox so the whole
What
internet
is
can
that?
see it. Yeah. Ian, it's a truck. It's a truck, and they went to Pep Boys, and they got all the chrome body trim lining stuff, I think,
Yeah.
and they put it all on their car. And it's a Mercury Mountaineer. It's not the Ford.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, yeah, Ian, it looks like the car it's inside its own prison.
It does look
Right?
like that.
Yeah.
It does look like
It
that.
looks like if you let your child draw on your car with silver Sharpie, and your child was like a math genius, and they were like, every rectangle, like a geometry whiz, like
Right.
every rectangle must be, Yeah.
Well, but also my favorite part is that like none of it is on very well. Like
No, oh
they're
no.
all like crooked.
I
On the
wa-
bumper,
I-
everything on the bumper is crooked.
I wonder if the front of the car, this is the back of the car we're looking at. I wonder if the front of the car was more straight, and then as they got towards the back of the car, they were just like, fuck it, put on the chrome. Well, we started at the front.
Yeah.
We can't have half chrome lining on a car.
No, because that does not look like the person who's driving that around and
Yeah.
applying all of that
Yeah.
is not someone who gets sick of one thing.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, that's a very good point.
They go to the same restaurant
Yeah.
and order the same thing
Yep.
for like every day.
And if they're out of the mashed potatoes, there's a fucking problem.
Mhm.
Right?
Do you know how often I come here?
Right?
Let me speak to the man.
Let me speak to Bert.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
I had another thought about it.
And it's gone.
And it's gone because I was actually listening to what you were saying instead of thinking about what I wanted to say next. So that's a way being a good person bites you in the ass. Oh, what was I going to say, Ian? What was I going to say? Shit. Crumb. It was
Missouri,
About, it was about the crumb.
show me to the Crow Mile state.
Yeah. Somebody got a $400 Pep Boys card and spent the whole thing. Yeah. Oh, yes. It makes me think that this person got like some kind of gift, like from, like those gifts sometimes you get from relatives or from friends that are just like not well thought out. They're like, well, Ian likes beer, so I'm going to get him a home brewing kit.
Yes.
When you have no interest in making beer at home.
I like drinking beer.
Exactly, right?
Right.
Exactly, right? So somebody got this person like a chrome at you like cars? Well, cars have chrome. I found a chrome it yourself kit. It's like the automotive equivalent of bedazzling.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. The other possibility here is that so I had this coworker working in IT.
Yeah.
We were in a 24-hour shop,
Sure.
and they were like a lead, so they occasionally would have to work, like come in to work after hours.
Yeah.
Outages and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
When we would have scheduled maintenance or whatever.
Sure.
And one time, the boss was like, "Oh, so this Saturday, you got to come in
Right.
and work this outage that we're gonna have. It's a scheduled maintenance. We, it took us months to schedule this. You got
Sure.
We need someone to cover it. You're doing it."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh no, I can't." And he was like, "What? Why?" He was like, "Oh well, I got my other job at Bass Pro Shop." And everyone was like, "The fuck are you talking about? Why do you work at Bass? Do you know how much money you make? Why do you work at Bass Pro Shop?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, I do it so I can get a discount on ammunition." I was just like, "Oh God, you're an idiot. Why would you?" You're a moron.
A little bit different than working at the record shop on the evenings,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So
Yeah.
so it's like a second job at Pep Boys. Got to get my Chrome discount.
There you go.
That was a long way to go for that.
Thank you, Kelly, for sending that in. And thank you, Kelly, for your email.
Mm-hmm.
And also, Kelly sent us an FMK cars.
Let's do it.
FMK cars, no. So this is Kelly's car history, which will allow you to steal all of Kelly's passwords for things. Listeners
Right now,
of-
Kelly's going, "Oh shit."
Listeners of the show, do not set your security questions to anything car related and then send us an FMK car.
This is a good point.
Yeah.
I need to change.
You might need to change some. Yeah, because one of them is an Audi 5000, isn't it?
Dang
Taurus SHO forever is your Twitter password.
Oh, I'm not changing my password. No, it's fine.
Okay, all right. So these are Kelly's cars. All
Okay.
right. And Kelly threw in a catch. All right. 2005 Nissan Altima. Oh, yeah. Do you have this? Do
You know
wanna
what? I'll
read
read
this?
it. Yeah,
I'll read it. I'll pull up the pictures. Oh, teamwork. Teamwork.
Makes
Okay.
the dream work.
Okay.
2005 Nissan Altima 2.5 S automatic,
Yeah.
white and completely stock.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
All the rental cars.
All the rental cars.
The catch is anytime your sister wants to borrow your car, you have to let her. But every time she gives it back, another piece of trim is broken.
That's harsh.
Yeah.
That's harsh. So the thing that always stood out to me about this era of Nissan was the grills, right? It's instead of having a grill, it's all the little plastic pieces that point out. It's like somebody in the Nissan like factory was like, you know what? What if we make the fucking opposite of a grill? Because that's what it is. Like that's the negative space of a grill.
It's like the pin, the pin thing.
Yes,
You
yeah.
put your face on
Yeah,
it. and you
yeah.
get the outline of your face.
yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, right? It's yeah. It's like,
We have nothing interesting about this car.
yeah.
But I was at the Science Museum the other
Right,
day, and I've got a
right.
great idea.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
Right. And everybody when you saw those in the stores, you just did a middle finger and then left it on the shelf.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I never put my penis on one. 2012 Chevy Cruze base model.
I was just going to say, you gave me one of those for Christmas. Was it you? Okay, Chevy Cruze.
Base model, automatic, black.
What year? 2012?
2012.
Okay. All right.
The catch is you can never use cruise control because guess what? The 2012 Cruze base model didn't even have it.
Oh, God. I had a pickup truck that didn't have cruise control.
Yeah.
One of my security questions didn't have cruise control. And, yeah, that's harsh.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
My
All right.
Saturn didn't have cruise control. I always joke that it was a cinder block.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Lastly,
99 Honda Civic 5-speed. The
Yeah.
catch is you must drive 200 miles every day no matter what.
Oh, Kelly. Yeah. Now Kelly drives a lot.
Yep.
Yeah, here we go. Here's Kelly's Civic. There we go.
There you go.
Okay.
All right.
All right. I mean, I'm marrying the Civic with the 5-speed,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
I have yeah, so and I will drive a lot. 200 miles every day is tough.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. That's more than that will overtake the 600,000 mile car that we saw because that was 117 a day,
Yeah.
right? Kelly, I hope you're only doing that 5 days a week.
Yeah.
And then for a day, Chevy Cruze, no cruise control, cinder block it, Bonneville Salt Flats. Let's do it. And you know what I would do? This problem fixes itself. On the automatic transmission, there's the 1 and the 2. Just put it on 2. Hammer down. You're never going to go past 45.
Yeah. Tapping head thinking.gif.
Doy. There. Fixed it for you. What would you do, Ian?
I think I would marry the Chevy Cruze.
Okay. All right.
Because honestly, I'm not on the highway that often.
Okay.
Really.
Right.
I'm running errands in town or I'm not driving, whatever. So
Okay.
for my life, that would be the
Right.
easiest.
Fitting a baby in it and such.
Yeah, exactly. And then I would for a day drive the Civic.
Right. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Driving 200 miles for me every day would be very inconvenient.
That would.
Yeah.
That'd be a lot of baby poop to clean up.
Correct.
Yeah. Well, thank you again for your FMK cars, Kelly. Yeah. We have some voicemails besides me. All right. Here we go. Here's another one.
Hey guys, this is Johnny. Yeah, I did change the handle. It's no longer GTP Johnny. It's now TA Johnny. Yeah, I was going through a couple of your previous episodes, and I heard you guys talking about the new Trans Am. Yep, it's still going good. Still fantastic car.
So Johnny bought a classic Trans Am with the badass chicken hawk on the hood and everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was gonna pull up the email and send you the picture so you can
Okay.
show the people.
Yeah.
still have the GTP, but it's not the GTP that's all customized. It's just a plain Jane 2005 GTP. It's just a family hauler. It's got some good power, and yeah, it's not a bad car. I've been having a lot of fun with the Trans Am and getting a lot of good looks, and it is a hella eye magnet because I get people coming into the shop just taking pictures of it, or because there's no front plate on it right now, they ask me if it's for sale. And no, fortunately it's not. Otherwise, I talked to the original guy who built the motor and, or excuse me, who did work to the car, and I found out that it got a different carb on it. I knew that. It got different intake, knew that, but did not know that it had a mild cam and a shift kit installed.
There you go.
Super awesome. All right, guys. Love the work that you do. Can't wait to listen to the next episode. Bye.
Thanks, Johnny.
Thanks,
That's awesome.
Johnny.
Yeah. Ian gave me a picture here. Let me get the picture. Let me open the picture. This page isn't working.
Don't worry about it. Never mind. Anyway, it's an awesome white Trans Am with the gold screaming chicken on it. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah.
Glad to hear it's going well.
Yeah, man. Yeah, good to hear from you, Johnny. And then here's a voicemail from our buddy Jake.
Gentlemen, Jake from Racers HQ again. Just wanted to call and congratulate you on 150 episodes. Kick ass. Keep doing what you're doing. But while I was listening to the live stream tonight, you guys made me think of a couple of FMK cars for you, so I thought I'd share them. First one is kind of based off of Ian's natural disaster paired with a car. So I'll start with that one here. The first car you got, first thing is the natural disaster is you're dealing with a hurricane in the Gulf. So lots of flooding. You have an amphicar. Unfortunately, you can't pick anybody up and take them to safety off their rooftops because the car is filled with helium canisters and balloons. You're just going to hand people balloons to hope in the hopes that they will be able to float to safety. Second natural.
What kind of car did he say?
It's an amphicar, like the amphibious car from the 50s.
Okay. Yeah. Let me pull up amphibious car real quick. Yeah. Yeah. And you just hand out balloons?
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm in. Go on.
Disaster paired with a car will be a wildfire. Southern California, forest fire out of control. Your car is a FD, fire department, RX-7 with turbos, and it's stuck in two-step. But the only thing you have to help out are ingredients to make s'mores. And the third natural disaster, you're dealing with another Southern California issue, a big earthquake. You have a Dodge Power Wagon. It also has a winch on it. However, you're not going to use that winch to pull any rubble off of anything to help people out. You're just going to drive the Power Wagon on top of the piles of rubble. And, that'll do the first one.
Okay. All right. So we have a Dodge Power Wagon you're just going to show off. Then the RX-7 you're going to make s'mores.
Yeah.
And the Amphibicar, where you're just going to hand people balloons. FMK, Ian.
I'll crush the Power Wagon.
Okay.
Because that's really not helpful. Because you're potentially crushing people.
You'd be like, look, you can drive this way.
Yeah. That's really unhelpful.
Okay. All right.
I think I got to marry the RX-7.
And just lay on the,
Hopefully this two-step doesn't make you actually spit fire and really make things worse.
What is two-step? I don't know what that is.
It's like anti-lag.
Okay. Gotcha.
Right? I think that's what it is.
So it's like feeding extra. It makes boost at a lower RPM.
Right.
Yeah,
it's usually in conjunction with some sort of launch control.
Gotcha. Okay.
Basically you're just bouncing off a rev limiter.
Okay.
That's not quite the whole rev limiter.
Sure.
So you're bouncing off 4,500 RPM.
Right.
And it's pop, 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 pop. And sometimes it will be all backfires.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Very inappropriate for disaster relief.
Uh-huh. Especially fire.
Right.
Uh-huh.
But s'mores. But sports. And then for a day, I'll drive the car and hand out balloons to flood victims.
I think I'm marrying the Amphicar.
You need that car in
I do.
that color.
Speaking of bucket list, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Just you with a goofy smile on your face driving around in that
I
thing.
have uneven, weird earlobes. I have both kinds.
Head balloons.
I am balloons. Balloons. All right. Next FMK cars.
Oh my God.
Second FMK cars I have for you. It's entitled "You'll Get There Eventually." Slow cars driven fast. So I've got 3 cars for you. No catch, and you get to drive them as hard and as fast as you like. First car is the Citroen 2CV. The next one will be a Dacia Sandero. And the last one is the AutoZam AZ1.
Yes.
Hope to hear your answers to these on a future episode. Again, congratulations on 150 episodes, guys. Take care.
All right. Thanks, Jake. That was
appreciate
awesome.
it, Jake. Yeah. Hop on over to Racers HQ to check out Jake's endeavors and read up on what you can do to go fast.
Yeah.
And
Follow him on Facebook for sure.
Awesome ways to be part of the racing community, not only isolated to driving.
Yeah.
Okay, so then Citroen 2CV, Dacia Sandero, and
AutoZam AZ1.
yeah. We know what we're marrying.
Yeah.
AutoZam AZ1.
You go first.
Okay, all right. The AutoZam AZ1 is such an awesome looking little car. Okay. Okay, I'm marrying the AutoZam hands down. You and I are cramming our bodies into that and then doing the cannonball run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that sounds terrible.
Oh, I know, but that's what we're doing, Ian.
Uh-huh.
And then I think for a day a Citroen 2CV, and I will put a sheep in the back of it. I will pick up a sheep and put it in the back of it and deliver it somewhere, hopefully to just get shorn. Yeah. Yeah. What would you do?
I would marry the 2CV.
Okay. All right.
Have you ever seen the 2CV spec racing?
No, that sounds amazing.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
All the body roll.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seriously, do yourself a favor and look up 2CV racing on YouTube.
Okay.
Holy shit, it's hilarious.
Okay.
It
You
looks
just
like
hear the Benny Hill soundtrack in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Yeah.
It looks so much fun. So I would marry that. I would crush the Dacia, and then for a day I would drive the AutoZam AZ1.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome. Look at the gull-wing doors on the AutoZam.
Yeah.
So cool.
It's the best.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. I have a couple more my eyes, Ian.
Okay.
Let's see here. So, and then after that, we could probably check in with the chat, see what's up over there. So
yeah, we're at over an hour, so we can.
Okay, cool. So our buddy Paul sent this in. See this strip down the concrete here? He said someone drove down his street with a broken ball joint on the front of their car.
Oh, well, and they were just dragging the tire?
Yeah. Yep. Look, this is like you with your oil trail down your street. Has that absorbed into the concrete yet?
No.
No.
But they did just resurfacing
lucky you.
one of the streets. So the really long strip that the next morning when I walked to the grocery store and I looked up the street and I was just like, oh dear God.
This leads straight to my house.
Yeah.
Why didn't I park 1 block away?
It was like a mile long.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that is gone now.
Yeah.
Which is fortunate.
Good. Yeah, so basically what happened was someone's car, one corner of it hella flush stance broed itself, and then they just kept driving.
Yeah.
Right?
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, that's a shame scar right there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That could be a fun idea. What if you, at every corner of the car, did a different car culture? So you had one
bro truck wheel
and a donk wheel.
Yes, a donk wheel, hella flush stance bro.
Yeah, and then you had another corner. So, but the suspensions could be different too.
Right.
And then you could have a VIP build corner.
Right. I like that. Yeah, that's like the car culture Harlequin.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay, Ian. Then lastly, in some fun car stanza-ing, I guess, badge engineering, my buddy Matt sent me this one. It is a Ford Ram Sierra pickup truck. Also, the license plate is bashed to shit. So what happened there? But somebody took a GMC Sierra pickup truck.
Right.
They put a Ram badge on it.
Because that's a Chevy, right? Or a G? Oh, it's a GMC.
Yeah, it's a GMC.
GM, okay.
Yep. Yeah, they put a Ram badge on it.
Yeah.
No. Then they put a Ford badge on top of that. Right? Yeah, you got them all. This is the person that's scared of seeing one of those Calvin peeing stickers about the car that they own. So just like, I got to cover all my bases.
Yeah.
I got to cover all my bases.
Yeah, they're also very busy on like Saturdays and Sundays because they're going to synagogue and like every denomination of church,
covering all their religious bases just in case.
Yeah, every day
They're
of the week.
Mormon, Unitarian, Pentecostal.
Yeah,
Jewish. Yeah,
every day of the week they're someplace different. Just got to covering those bases.
Yep. Yeah. So there we go.
I love it.
Ian, do we have anything on the chat?
We do. Our buddy Chris, who sent us all those great pictures.
Oh my God! Thank you so much, Chris.
He said he will join the show, but he's not going to wear headphones. That's
okay.
Your prerogative. So you have to get to Denver first, though. Is the thing.
Yeah.
And then he said he has driven a Continental GT. It's a fine machine. He drove the piss out of it, and he says, "Buy it, Dave."
Oh wow! Okay, all right.
Now I'm guessing the context in which
to
he
keep
drove it.
him in business.
Yes, there it is. There it is. Oh, the Volkswagen employee wants you to buy a Continental GT. Oh, really?
Oh, the cocaine dealer wants you to buy cocaine.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah. Okay.
We're on to you, Chris.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm still gonna buy one of those someday.
You should. You should just get that and a Phaeton and use, and then whichever one breaks first will be the donor car to keep the other one running.
Oh man. Oh yeah. No. If I get a Continental GT and a Phaeton, then I would live stream like everywhere I drive. I would drive one and then like take public transportation back to get the other one and then drive that, and like everything would be live streamed. Yeah.
And it would just be you going, "Oh God, oh God, oh God,
please,
oh God, oh God,
please, oh please." Yeah. Remember the thrill we talked about emissions testing our cars? Like, come on, baby, come on. And how nerve-wracked I was when mine fast passed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, then, but the best part about that is, how calm everyone else in the waiting room is. And it's just you. Like, you can always tell the car enthusiast.
Yeah, because you're just pacing like a fucking caged animal. In that. They put you in these, basically they're trailers inside.
Yeah.
Right? They're, the size of a small construction
it's like
a storage container.
Yeah, it's like where you would put prisoners while they're processing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, with windows so you can see your car failing.
Right.
Yeah. And then there's the graph that you don't know if the line is good or bad or what's going on.
Yep.
Yeah, and so you're just like, "Oh God, oh God, oh God, what's going to happen? Oh God."
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the whole thing is engineered to make car enthusiasts nervous.
Exactly.
Someone else is driving your car, does not care about it, and is doing things to it that you shouldn't do.
They moved my seat.
I've had every time I go there with the Volkswagen.
Well, yours is a special case, but go on.
Yeah, I have to tell at least 5 people that it's 4-wheel drive.
Right.
And several people have argued with me, and you're like, I'm pretty sure I know.
I mean, if you want to put it on the front wheel drive one, go for it.
Yeah, just don't put that little fan in front of it because you're gonna eat a fan. And then the other thing is I have to explain how low it is.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I did to the tow truck driver, the last tow truck driver that picked me up.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, "This isn't going to make it onto the flatbed."
That problem just fixed itself.
and I was like, "Yeah, I know." He was like, is this stock ride height? I was like, "No, man, I did this to myself. I know. Thank you for making me say it." Yeah.
So how did he get your car on the tow truck?
Just dragged it. Just dragged it up with the winch.
Just the front valence, just
It does. It scraped like the plastic of the bottom of the lip. There's like the black plastic protector for the bumper.
That hits a skosh.
It hits a skosh.
Okay.
And like I told him like it hits the skosh, and he was like, "You've been towed a few times before, right?" Because I had the tow hook all ready to go.
Right. Well,
yeah, and I was already sitting in the driver's seat ready to go. And
yeah.
He was like, "You've done this before." I was like, "Yeah."
I was born on a tow truck. I live on a tow truck.
Yeah. Yeah, Ian.
Terrible. You know how like most people when they're born, like their grandparents give them like a savings bond or something. Like that.
Yeah.
When I was born, my family should have just given me a AAA membership.
They 100% should have.
Yeah, baby's first AAA
Yeah,
membership.
you get inherited keys to a safety deposit box, and you open it up and it's just fuses. Yep. Ian, did we do car show, buddy?
We did car show.
Okay, Ian.
Yes.
Is that it for the chat? Did we wrap up
That's
the
it.
chat? Okay,
We're
awesome. Well, thank you, everybody. If you like our show, subscribe to us on YouTube. You can have more of this nonsense. Send us your FMK cars. Send us a voicemail to the Team ClearCoat hotline, 720-515-1391. Send us an email, teamclearcoat@gmail.com. Let's see here. Rate and review us on iTunes. We would love it if you would do that.
Yep.
And
all the particulars are at teamclearcoat.com.
there we go. Yeah. That's
that.
what you should do.
We love you.
We do. We love you. Oh God.
Thank you. Sorry.
I need to click buttons.
Oh
to
yeah,
stop
you
the show.
got to make it. That was very awkward.
We do
because we didn't do the outro very smoothly.
This is like when you say goodbye to somebody and then you both hit the down elevator button and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh okay, oh really, goodbye this time, and then
Yeah.
it turns out you parked in the same direction, so you got to walk.
Yeah, and then you live in the same house and you're married to the same person.
Oh, that's so awkward.
So awkward.
It's just the worst.
We love you.
Goodbye.